Hi there, Tina Thompson here from the Toma Chamber and Visitor Center. And today I have with me a face many of you probably recognize, Dr. Bridget from Active Health Chiropractic. I had a little conversation with Dr. Bridget last week about how, I'm, adjusting to a new normal, and my work conditions aren't set up the same as they were in the past. And, I can feel my body's more tense and just needing stretching and that kind of thing. And so we thought it'd be a good idea to have a little conversation about what each of us should be doing to, take breaks and take care of our spinal health right now. So Bridget, do you want to give us a little bit of an update?
Sure. Something I've really noticed, Tina, even in my own practice, is that I've really had a lot of patients coming in and complaining about increased neck pain, increased pain up underneath their right shoulder blade, numbness and tingling down their arm. And I'm finding that it's one of two things. One thing is that too many people are just sitting around too much. That's one thing. Yeah. But also these makeshift ergonomic setups that you are doing, these makeshift desks that you're setting up at home. Got patients sitting in recliners with laptops in their lap. Not good. Maybe sitting at the kitchen table and they're reaching up too high for their keyboard. Or what was the other one? Oh, this one patient was sitting on her couch and had a TV tray in front of her. So she's like all reaching out. And that is really contributing to a lot of increased discomfort. We already have, it's already harder on us when we sit for long periods of time. Sitting is the new smoking. And you put more pounds per square inch of pressure on your low back when you sit than when you do anything else. So it really is important that when you're trying to have a sedentary desk job type of a setup, that you try to set it up as ergonomically correct as you can. You want to have your keyboard where your arms are at a bent, 90 degrees in front of you. You want to have your monitor to where it's 3 feet away from you. I believe it's roughly 3 feet away from you, and just barely up or down from just your normal gaze. You don't want to have to be looking way up or looking way down at it, like with the laptop in your lap, because that really can cause a lot of issues with the neck and headaches and things like that, and the tingling down into the arms. And with doing a setup at home, it doesn't have to be pretty. You can put a couple of books underneath your monitor to lift it up. You can put a couple of books on the floor and put your feet on it to take pressure off your low back if your chair doesn't quite fit you that great. And another thing, they call it retrofitting. So like if you have a normal chair and you're somebody maybe like Tina, who's a little vertically challenged, you can put a pillow, behind your low back, and that can support your back when you're sitting in that chair. And then having something to put your feet on, it really does take a lot of pressure off your low back. So there's that. There's making sure you set up your desk to where it's ergonomically friendly for your body. But something else I wanted to talk about was the importance of try to keep a regular schedule, you guys. Some of you have a little more of a lax schedule because you're not going into the office and then sitting there and doing your thing there. But try to go to bed at your normal time. Make yourself get up at your normal time that you used to get up. And maybe since you have a little extra time, you can squeeze in a little workout, something that'll get your heart rate up a little bit. There's all kinds of apps you can go to on your phone or on your computer, or gyms that you go to. There's a lot of people that are trainers and they're doing videos that you can work out with them on the videos. Well, hi, Marie. Marie just sent us a message. But you can get your heart rate up, because you really will feel so much better once you then sit down and start doing your work. So you get up, you get your little workout in, get you a good shower, and get the blood flow going, and then go about your normal work. And then something else I want to stress is doing the 20-20 rule. So every 20 minutes, take a 20-second break. When I'm back here working at my desk, I always have my cell phone sitting there and I put my timer on 20 minutes because I invariably, when I'm working at this desk, there's something magical that happens. It's like there's a big magnet in my screen and it just sucks my face forward. And I end up kind of pinching up in my upper neck, up into my shoulders. But after 20 minutes, when it goes ding, 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 and it goes off, I turn it off and I'll stand up and start counting to 20. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and like start rolling your shoulders and snap your shoulder blades together and lean back. Put your hands on your hips and push your chest up to the ceiling. You want to do that kind of stuff because when we sit at our desk, like when I'm sitting here talking to you right now, I'm flexed forward. And you always have your spine in flexion. And that can really cause some problems in the long term. So you really want to work on that extension and opening up your spine. So that's a good idea. Something else I want to mention, since a lot of you are stuck at home right now, and that is the frequent trips to the refrigerator or to the pantry to grab those bags of chips and box of crackers and stuff like that. Try to take the time to do some meal prep and, cut up some celery, cut up some carrots, have some radishes, whatever it is that trips your trigger, but try to stick with whole foods. I always slice up an apple and put it in a baggie and bring it up to my desk. And, but try to eat more whole foods. Okay. Because when you're eating those processed foods, like the chips and the crackers or the brownies or the cookies or whatever it is that your snack monster requires, you want to stay away from the processed foods because that really increases your inflammation in your cells. And that inflammation is what contributes to pain and chronic illness. And just a little food for thought. Yes, are you trying to butt in? You need something?
I was gonna say, I have a salt addiction. I love salty foods. Probably one of the worst things you could do. But I've been really trying to kind of heed your advice. Lunch day was a hummus wrap full of carrots and peppers and a little bit of, did I say hummus? Just a variety of vegetables, and it was delicious. But I can't buy chips right now because I will eat them.
Yes. That's how I am. I cannot keep chips in the house because I have no stopping sense. So yeah.
Well, and especially now that I'm not in a normal routine. So normally I could go to work, I could know that that's at home for a treat, but now that it's in my home, and I'm in my home, it's not good. So
right.
we can't buy that anymore.
It's like you're sitting there working and you're like, what? Oh yes, that's my chips calling me. What?
Yeah. Yeah, especially with newfound boredom and mindless eating that I typically am not too bad at, but right now there's triggers going off that I don't normally experience, and I'm assuming other people are feeling the same things as well.
Right, and if we can just keep more fresh whole foods available, then when you want to do some of that mindless eating, because sometimes after lunch, and here I've already eaten, right? So it's after lunch, I still carry up a baggie of celery sticks or something because there's something weird that happens in the afternoon and you're like, and I want to put something in my mouth. It's like, I'll just chew on the celery sticks and it just helps.
Yeah, I get it.
Something else I noticed when you grabbed your jug is to really don't forget to drink your water. Always take your body weight, divide it in half, and that's the number of ounces you want to try to drink in a day. And the better we are staying hydrated, it helps our immune function. A lot of us get sick more often in the wintertime, and it's because we're not drinking the water because we're not sweating. That's what a lot of patients tell me. It's like, oh, I'm not hot, so I'm not drinking the water. It's like, okay. No. So that's something to keep in mind. And also, like with what you did today, Tina, is people need to get outside. And Mother Nature is finally gifting us with some nice weather. So people need to get up and go for a walk. Enjoy, your neighborhood. We've got the the trail along the river, and out in Fireman's Park, different areas where you can go walking, and you'll see your friends out there walking, give them an air high five and know that they're out there walking. And but we definitely need to do that. Take that digital detox, get away from your screen, get away from your phone, and just enjoy nature and focus on the green things, because that is very calming, to the body.
One thing we talked about at our house is we kind of pledged to walk the entire trail. And we try to do 45 minutes. When we have more time, we do 90 minutes. But Toma has a beautiful trail. Doesn't quite go around the complete city yet, but it takes us to some parks that we can walk around. It takes us to viewing new neighborhoods and seeing people from a distance, but at least seeing people. And I think even more than exercise, we're doing it for our mental health. But so we have walked the entire trail now, parts of it several times. But I need it. I mean, I've said this several times. I'm in my basement working, and it's dark, and I need to make a point to just get outside, have some of that fresh air and sunlight.
Absolutely. I'll give you a fun idea. When you're walking the trail along the river, there are 12 park benches that go down by where people fish, down by the dam, and then up and around over towards Winnebago Park where the equipment is and stuff. There are 12 park benches. I know this because every time when we're going for our walk and we get to a park bench, we'll make ourselves do like 10 push-ups and 10 mountain climbers, using the park bench. Girl,
I'm afraid you're come up with some kind of challenge here.
Girl, that was a workout when we did that. But we're walking along. It's like, oh, another park bench.
That's awesome to hear. I love it.
Yeah, but it was good. It's a great trail, and just use those park benches as your signal to do 5 deep knee bends or 5 jumping jacks, and then keep walking. And then here's another park bench, and do it again. And
yeah, I completely agree.
Something else I wanted to mention also is the benefit of foam rolling, using the foam roller. It's a very inexpensive thing that you can get. You can go on Amazon and get the little booklet that comes with it, but it's a great way to increase your blood flow and circulation. And anytime you can increase circulation, it's better for the body, period. But foam rolling, once again, very inexpensive, and you just got to use it once you get it. So.
That's fantastic. What else you got in your notes there?
Well, I'm looking here. We talked about that. We talked about that. We talked about that. I think we're doing good. Unless you have any...
Let me ask you this. I know you're pretty fit. You exercise quite a bit. Now that people are doing it without instructors, being able to correct movement and stuff like that, any advice on people that might experience an injury now that they're working out from home or
right.
Like that?
Something I always recommend, obviously right away, is to apply ice. So, if it's like, oh, I think I'm going to try to swing that kettlebell a little bit and see how that works for me. And if you're not using the right form with some of these exercises, and if you don't have a trainer right there who can watch you, you'll feel some, and you feel that sharp pain. It's one thing to feel that yummy soreness that you get in your muscles from, doing a workout, but then there's that sharp pain that gets your attention. You want to really listen to that and use the ice pack. So, for a good 30 minutes, and then, if it's not letting up, then you need to call and get looked at, and don't keep doing the same thing that caused it too.
Any advice on stretching we should be doing from home, just as we're all sitting with all this compression and?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Stretching is great. Just like when I mentioned the 20-20 rule, anything you can do to extend back and open, extend your spine. There's what's great about this day and age is you can just go to your computer and type in, good low back stretches, and you'll just get all kinds of stuff that'll pop up. And find the 3, 4, maybe 5 stretches or exercises that feel really good to you. It's like, oh yeah, that's really doing it, and own it. Make that something that you do regularly. But yeah, everybody really should take time to stretch every day. And and as far as working out, I mean, a good 30 minutes of getting your heart rate going, and it does amazing things for you.
Yeah, no, I not only physically as we're more limited right now, but I think more than ever people need the mental cleanse.
Absolutely. And the endorphins, because
yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm taking I'm vitamin D deficient anyway, so I've taken a little bit extra of that just because of the lack of sunlight, or light in my basement. We did a session with Monroe County, or not Monroe County, excuse me, Mayo Health Systems, behavioral health, and they talked a little bit about keeping spirits up right now and ways to work through anxiety and stress. And yeah, I think I keep saying, I don't know if it's just looking at you. I want to say the word adjusting over and over again. But we're all adjusting to whatever this climate is that we're in right now. So
right, absolutely. And now, like you said, now more than ever, it's so important to get those endorphins going. And if it's I highly recommend getting outside and going for a walk, or figure out a way to do a workout outside. I saw a clip on the news. I think it was late last week, and it showed how people are dealing with this, and it showed the courtyard of an apartment complex, and everybody was standing outside their door, and they were all however many feet apart, and there was somebody down in the center of the courtyard instructing everybody, and they were all doing their jumping jacks and all that. And I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah, I love it. And what I've seen in our community here is so many people doing free fitness classes, or free yoga class, or
online. They'll do videos online.
That's what I meant. But I mean to not charge for it, and to provide such a key thing to our community right now. And I applaud everyone that's using their talents to positively lift others throughout this experience. Yes. So not exactly final care conversation, but it's just nice to see a good familiar face again. And I have to laugh and tell you guys, I mean, I've got a child right over in this direction, a husband that just went to go shower about 10 feet away from me. So, I mean, I appreciate everyone kind of being patient with what's going on in the world here, because I'm so afraid somebody's going to come through and say something. Oh gosh. So
it's fun. It's fun to even when you watch the regular news affiliates or whatever, to see some of the broadcasters in their in their home and obviously more relaxed and whatnot. It's interesting.
Well, it makes us feel all a little bit human.
Absolutely.
Any other final tips or thoughts you want to share with us, Bridget?
No, this was really fun, and I just want everybody really to keep those few things in mind. It's like, look at your workstation, look at what you're snacking on, get outside and get some movement going, and remember the 20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, take a 20-second break.
I've heard that from you more times than I can count, and I think it's actually sinking in. Like, 20 seconds every 20 minutes. Okay, Bridget. I'm not drinking my water, okay? But I really do appreciate that thought. So,
well, good. Thanks for having me, Tina.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. And we'll continue, to the rest of you guys watching out there, we'll continue to bring topics as they are relevant and as people need information. Certainly want to provide everybody with tools and resources to keep yourself safe and healthy, and with accurate information at this time. So thanks for tuning in, and have a great afternoon, everyone. And if you haven't walked today, it's beautiful out.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.